Hey everybody, it's the Family Adventurer. I'm here today with
Adventure Girl.
And today, as a follow-up to the last video we did and on some requests from a few viewers, we're going to be talking about some first aid kits.
Yeah.
So Adventure Girl knows we're talking about first aid, but she really doesn't have much experience with any of this.
Yeah, I've just heard about it in stories. I don't usually have to use that, or that's not in there. I don't have to use first aid kits. I usually just go and grab a Band-Aid if I need it or something, and like go grab something.
Or that's what Adventure Dad's here for, right?
Yeah, like he's the one that keeps the first aid things. I just go grab like Band-Aids. I don't grab the whole kit.
But we're getting to the age that she's going to start learning, and who knows, she might have to end up using some sometime with these adventures we go on, out backpacking and camping, or in a situation to where maybe I need some help and she's going to have to help administer it. So it's a good time for her to start learning, and while she's learning, I thought it'd be a good opportunity to discuss it with some of y'all out there. So we're going to start off today, because we had some questions about what they were, with a kit like this. What do you think that is, Adventure Girl?
A book bag. It looks like a book bag.
I think it's a small little book bag.
Yes, it holds first aid things. Like Band-Aids.
Okay.
Probably not Band-Aids. Probably, well, maybe a couple Band-Aids, but more like things for if you have giant cuts.
Makes sense. Well, what we're looking at, this is an IFAK.
Okay.
Which is an individual first aid kit.
Uh-huh.
Now, this one in particular is more along the lines of a military-issued individual first aid kit. So we're going to make a couple that are similar to this, a little different. We'll try to link everything we can find from this kit into the kits we're putting together. And if you see anything that's missing, something you think we should add to these, be sure to let us know in the comments. Hopefully you find it helpful and you can help us out a little bit on what we're missing and what we might need. Okay, this is an old kit that I used to carry. We hadn't been in this thing lately. So we're going to open it up, just refresh on what's actually in here. And we'll probably be changing this pouch out into a new setup while we're making some of our new kits for us to carry.
Yeah, and I hope there's no spiders in there.
Shouldn't be any spiders.
What is that?
First off, on the very top, we have a cat tourniquet. As you can see, unopened, unstaged. This wasn't a kit that was ever carried much, so it was never actually taken apart and played with here.
It's like to stop bleeding.
So this is to stop major bleeds.
Okay.
On a limb, so your arms or legs.
So you're supposed to pull it as tight as you can.
Yep, so this will
Stop the bleeding.
go onto your limb that's bleeding, if you want to.
Not super tight.
You pull it down tight, Velcro it back on itself. This is the windlass here. So what you do once you have the Velcro pulled tight and strapped down, is you twist this until it gets tight on you.
Oh, okay.
And then you lock it back into place. And that cuts off circulation down your limb where you're bleeding.
Okay.
So if your hand was missing and you were gushing blood, you would go above the wound, strap it down tight, and crank it.
I'd rather not lose a hand. But...
Well, we would hope you don't.
Yeah, I'd rather not, because then it would be hard to carry things and hard to do adventures. I mean, it would be hard, but I mean, it would still be possible.
In the event you need it. It's
Yeah.
a great item to have. We keep them in some of our other kits, keep them around the vehicles, and we'll go through some videos if you want to see them on different options for tourniquets, different brands, what's worth getting, what's not, and what we think about them. Just let us know in the comments if you want to see something on tourniquets or not.
What else is packed in here?
That's a nasal pharyngeal. So that's an airway.
Oh, so if like something gets clogged in your
So if you lose your airway through your mouth and you're incapacitated,
what does it mean?
Means that you're unconscious or you're not able to control it yourself.
Okay.
There should also be we'll find it down in the kit. There's some lubrication in here. So you put the lube on the airway, and it goes down your nose through your throat.
No.
So that you will be able to breathe even though your airway in your throat or your mouth is compromised. So you've got an airway.
Food?
It's not food.
Oh.
So this is an Israeli bandage. It's a compression bandage, so it's like an ACE bandage. Which is actually an ACE bandage in here. So it's like this, but it has a Velcro spot and a plastic clip to where you can pull it tight. So say you have a really bad cut and you've put gauze on it to stop it, but you need to hold pressure to it. You can put this bandage on there, wrap it tight, pull it through the plastic, and it'll keep pressure on the bleeding that you're trying to stop.
If I don't have what it takes, no cracks, no breaks, no mistakes, no pressure.
So the Israeli bandage, some ACE bandage.
Cool.
Has gauze. It's a 6-ply, 4.5 inch by 4 yards. So that's just a roll of gauze in here, packed in. Be for packing wounds if you have a serious cut, puncture.
So this whole thing.
Yes, you could use that whole thing to pack a wound if you had a bad enough wound.
If it was all on my arm. There. Oh, it didn't stick. It didn't work.
So that would be good if there's something like a gunshot wound, or you fall on something that sticks through you in your body, and you need to stop bleeding. You pack the hole with that.
Okay.
Triangular bandage. So you can use that for different things. You can use it for a bandage on the chest. You can use it to make a sling, bandage on the back. Use it for your eye. Or you can fold it up into a long rectangle and use it as a bandage around an arm.
Okay. That's cool to have.
So I've got a little bit more ACE bandage in here.
That is soft.
Roll of medical tape.
Oh, that is weird tape.
Chest decompression needle. So if you're needing to decompress on like a collapsed lung, you have a decompression needle in there.
I don't like needles.
Here's the airway lubricant, just surgical lube.
Emergency food.
And then you have a pack of electrolytes in here. And just mix with water and drink it to, in case of dehydration.
It's a drink. I was close.
It is a drink. Close. You were finally close with food. So that's an electrolyte drink to help put electrolytes back in your system if you're needing them.
I need it. No, I don't need it.
And that is all that was in this old IFAK I had.
Hole.
There's a hole. So this is a pretty basic, I'd consider this like a blowout kit. You have major bleeding stop, airway, decompression.
I don't like needles.
Hopefully you would never need that needle.
I don't want to stick needles in someone else either. I don't like needles.
Hopefully you would never need to. So, pretty basic blowout kit here. More or less geared for major wounds and GSWs. So now that we've got the basics of what we had in this old kit, we're going to try to start putting together a couple newer kits for us. Try and stage them up and have them ready for us. There's a few things I didn't like about these old issued packs. The two-way zipper that takes a little while to get to. There's no tearaway on it. Smiley capable, but trying to pull that off of a pack and trying to get that off the small of your back, which is where I would usually wear that. It's just a little awkward. Hard to try and get it off one-handed. So we're going to put some of this stuff back in here.
Drink. The patch thing. Needle.
So we've got our electrolyte drink, our triangular bandage, decompression needle, Airway and surgical lube, ace bandage, surgical tape, rolled gauze,
cookie thing,
another ace bandage, the Israeli bandage, the compression bandage.
The thing that tightens your arm. I forgot what it's called. I forgot what all of these are called.
And the tourniquet. And we'll go back through and restage all this stuff. But we're just going to get it out of the way so we can start working on our other kits here.
Wait, we have more?
Of course we have more.
Yay! More! Do they have needles? They have needles.
Yeah, we do not have compression needles yet.
Okay. That's good. I don't like needles.
Decompression needles.
There are needles. All needles are needles. If they're for the good or if they're for the bad, they are needles.
So, we've got our old bag here back together, out of the way.
Perfect.
Now, let's talk about our new kits we're going to make up. Alright, so here's a couple kits that we picked up. Just empty pouches. We got them kind of sight unseen. I didn't take a good look at how big they were going to be. So they're a bit larger than what I had anticipated and what I was really wanting. And having just given them a once over, there's stuff I like about them and stuff I don't. So to begin with, you're MOLLE capable in the front, which I do like. There's a tearaway on the back, so you can pull it off your pack. You have a hanging pouch that stays behind the Velcro. MOLLE capable in the tearaway pouch. Don't particularly like this clip on the back. To me, it seems like it's kind of going to be in the way. We'll see what I think about it when we actually put them into use. Couple D-rings to where you can hang the pack on the back here. You have the strap that covers the zipper. Couple fast metal zippers here. Seem pretty good for the closure. And then it folds out open, which I really liked, where you'll be able to access everything in the pack. And then flips out. So you'll be able to secure your different items in here. Has a closable pouch. So pretty nice little bag. Large bag. Should be able to fit quite a bit. We should be able to do more than just a blowout kit in it.
Yes. And I can take these Velcro things.
They did also come with high-speed medical patches.
Yes.
So you know exactly what's in your pouch.
Yes.
Right.
And you can stick them wherever. I like designing things, so I like to
so you can get fashionable with it.
Yeah, make it really pretty.
Make it really pretty.
And put like hearts or put stars. I don't know. Put something girly on it so then everyone knows it's a girl's.
Well, maybe we can get you a couple patches to go on the front there.
Yay! Because I need girly patches.
So this will be our pouches that we're going to pack up. So let's talk about what's going in these, Adventure Girl.
Okay.
Alright, so first thing for the packs, we're going to make sure we have tourniquets. The good thing about these cat tourniquets is they are one-hand applicable. So in a situation to where one of your arms is incapacitated,
Yes.
you can't use it, you'll be able to put this on one-handed.
Okay. That is.
And we're gonna try and find somebody. There's a couple places around that do some stop the bleed training. We're gonna try to go do some of these first aid classes.
Okay.
I could use more training. I'm not too experienced in it. This is not my wheelhouse of knowledge here.
No.
I have about enough knowledge in first aid to get myself in trouble and probably get somebody hurt. But we're gonna remedy that. I'm going to get more training. We're going to get you some training in it, so at least we can take care of ourselves if we need to.
Yes.
So we're going to make sure each kit gets a tourniquet. We'll get these staged up.
Emergency food, that's what we need. We need emergency food.
One thing I did get from my pack that Adventure Girl doesn't have is I got an external tourniquet pouch here. I'll link this down in the description also. this will work to where I can have my tourniquet again, Molly applicable here. So I'll be able to have my tourniquet staged on the front of my pouch.
If there was an emergency, he could just rip it out. I have to completely...
We'll get yours staged up too, Adventure Girl.
Yay! It needs a badge.
It does not need a badge. So you can either wear it on the outside of the pouch, or I could move it onto a different piece of equipment, onto one of our backpacks.
I can take it. It doesn't match my color, so.
But that way you have quick access. You can get to a tourniquet in a situation with a major bleed. I mean, every second it's going to count.
Yes.
So the quicker we can get to it and have them staged up, the better off we'll be with it.
Yes.
So we've got our tourniquets.
Mine. This is his.
Next thing we're going to talk about that'll go in these packs that was not in our old blowout bag there are some chest seals.
Oh.
So these are 2-pack Hyfin chest seals.
So they go in your chest if you got like...
So these go anywhere from your neck to your waist where you have a puncture.
Okay. So what if you have
So you, like if you had a wound to your ribs, you don't pack that with gauze on your chest here. So you need to seal it off. So these are to cover the wound.
What if it's in your neck?
Same type way.
Okay.
You can't tourniquet a neck.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, true.
Tourniquet a neck, you're going to strangle somebody.
Yeah.
So these are our chest seals for chest and abdomen wounds. They're vented. They come 2 in a pack in case you have an entrance and an exit wound. We got these from North American Rescue. We're going to be getting these in the pack with the tourniquets. So we have tourniquets, chest seals.
Which is very useful. Very useful. Food?
My food. Each one of us will get another compression bandage. So these will be just like the Israeli bandages.
Oh, okay. I see what this is now. It crumbles to look like food.
To go along with all this, we will have compressed gauze. These are from RHINO Rescue. RHINO Rescue.
It's a dinosaur place.
These compressed gauze packs, each one of these
You get 3 each. Sterile, the other one has 3 too.
Each one of these blocks here of compressed gauze is the same size as this roll here. So both of these are 4.5 inch by 4.1 yards, but it is compressed and vacuum sealed in that small. So it will give us the ability to carry more gauze in the same amount of space.
That is pretty impressive.
So this is going to make up the basics of what will be in these kits. Then we will also look at adding stuff.
Like?
We'll also look at adding some of the same stuff that we're missing from the first kit, like the Airways, the decompression needles, because we're going to need those. We just haven't sourced them yet. We'll get those coming shortly, but since these packs are so much larger, we'll also be able to carry some basic Band-Aids. We're going to need our rolls of medical tape. We might add in a second type of tourniquet, like a SWAT tourniquet, just in case we're in a situation where someone else is in need of a tourniquet. The Adventure Girl brings up a good point that we don't have any of the rehydration salts or electrolytes in here, so what we might consider is getting some of the rehydration salts like we had in our Adventure medical kits that we did the review on and adding those to these also so that we have some rehydration salts.
Yes.
But we'll add just some basic stuff too, like our normal size Band-Aids.
Big Band-Aids.
We'll probably look at putting individual med kits in here. You know, your typical ibuprofen, acetaminophen, maybe some antihistamines. We'll make up some individual medication kits for each of us, depending on what I think we'll need and dose-wise for 2 of us our size. So we've got a good base, a good start on our foundation here.
Yes.
We're going to fill our kits up with them, and we will lay both of these out the exact same way. That way, if Adventure Girl goes into my pack, it's going to look just like hers. She'll know where everything is. If I have to go into Adventure Girl's pack, I'll know right where everything is. So we're going to get these things put together, and then we'll finish sourcing the rest of the supplies we need for it, and we'll get these put together.
Sweet with this.
So, for right now, that's how we're going to be laid out. We'll probably revisit this as we get some of our other supplies in. But we'll be looking tourniquet, chest seals, compression bandage, compressed gauze. So we need to get us some tape.
And some needle things. The needly thingamabobbers.
Chest decompression needle.
Chest decompression needles. I said it correctly, yay.
Well, it just so happens we've got a box of supplies sitting here so we can finish filling some of this.
Some tape.
Roll of electrical tape.
Where we got some
Not roll of medical tape.
medical, not electrical.
So
We've got enough room. So we're gonna
let's leave our medical tape with our compressed gauze.
So wait, what does the medical tape actually do?
So the medical tape will be for taping down this gauze. If you need to put a bandage on, the medical tape will stick to skin.
Oh.
And it'll stick to the bandage, so you'll be able to tape it down.
So basically like a Band-Aid sticky spot, basically?
Pretty close.
Will it hurt you when you take it off?
It'll pull your hair. It'll stick to your skin.
So
So,
like a Band-Aid.
Did you get your tape put in?
Uh-huh.
So we've got gauze, tape. Now, in this pouch back here below where a compressed bandage was, we're also going to add just some gauze pads. There again, just for covering wounds and helping with the stop bleed situation. So we've got
Soft.
we'll do 4 4x4 pads each. We'll do 2 3x4 pads. Two 2x2 pads. Two 2x3 pads.
I think that's all it has.
So we should have a fair amount of gauze pads in there to where we can make our own bandages, cover wounds, help stop bleeding. We'll put our compressed bandage back in here.
There we go, and it fits perfect. Ish. That's all of the things.
Fold our flap back in.
This would be hard to close, but
Nah, it should be fine. One good thing about having larger pouches like this is we can fit some more supplies in it. So we still have room to put our Airway, our decompression needle. We'll put our medication packs in here. We'll look at some rehydration salts, and we'll get some regular Band-Aids.
Yay.
Maybe a few different items, but we will definitely...
Put them over here.
We will definitely update as we add to this. If there's anything you can think of that we should be carrying in these kits that we didn't mention, please let us know in the comments. And as we get our supplies in, we will be doing updates on what we've added to our kits.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let's get these things closed up and we'll see how they look.
Yes, it did it. Nope.
But there it goes. So,
it worked.
with everything we just added in there, there's still plenty of room in this bag. So we'll add them to our kits and see what we think. Carry them around, how they function with us. If they're too bulky or not, we might have to downsize to a little bit smaller pouch. But for a blowout plus, this is going to carry stuff that we could use from minor cuts and scrapes all the way up to major trauma and blood loss.
What? Major trauma. Trauma.
Trauma, not drama. But I hope you found this helpful.
Style.
Hope you found this helpful, and we gave you some ideas on what you could carry in a personal IFAK or in a blowout bag, whatever you want to call it, or just for your first aid kit to keep. I mean, this would make a great vehicle pack. We'll probably actually end up using these on our hiking packs. I don't know, it's going to be some added weight. Not sure that we'll need it, but realistically, you never know out hiking what we might run into.
Bears.
Doubt we'll have bears here.
Yeah.
Possible, but doubt it.
Foxes.
Foxes
Will come out and try to attack you.
It wouldn't be unheard of to have a fall and have a bad enough break or land on a sharp stick or a rock. I mean, you puncture a lung. You're
Land on a briar.
Briar's probably not going to puncture you too bad. But you could land on something, puncture a lung where you could use that chest seal. You could end up with a fracture in your arm bad enough to where you're bleeding, or a bone hits an artery or a major bleeder, and that tourniquet's going to come in handy.
Wait, what if you break a finger or something?
You'll be alright with the broken finger.
Broken wrist?
You could be alright with the broken wrist too.
Broken arm?
Broken arm, if it breaks bad enough and you break the skin, I mean, you could be bleeding pretty good from that.
Yeah, but how would you fix? Like, if it's just like broken?
How would you fix a broken arm?
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like we need training on that.
Yes.
But it sounds like we need to do some more first aid training here.
Yes, we need things.
We need the things.
Oh, never mind. We already have the thing to be a sling.
We need to get the things and learn to do the things.
Yeah.
Sounds good. I like it. I hope you found this video helpful. Again, let us know in the comments if there's anything we should add, or your opinions on how we stage these up. If we should add something, take something away. We do have a few things that we are waiting for to come in that are going into these packs that we didn't have in some of our other kits and with our other supplies. So as soon as we get those, we will be sure to let you know and do an update video. Appreciate you taking the time to watch. Be sure to hit that like button and let us know if there's anything we should be adding to these kits. Until next time, be sure to
like and subscribe.